This week on Sewanee TV, in an age with television screens, the internet, and millions of print publications, how do you know if your source of news is reliable? Today we will discuss how to evaluate sources so that you will know if you are getting your news from respectable news sources or rather from the dumps. We will discuss news in print, from the New York Times to the tabloids in the supermarket. We will discuss electronic news, from CNN.com to the blog in the far corner of the internet. And we will discuss television news, from Fox to Comedy Central, where you will learn how to tell the difference between entertainment and news. All this and more coming up on Sewanee TV. Marie Jones adapted a list of criteria for evaluating print sources, 3 of them being authority, accuracy, and objectivity. In regard to authority, when reading a print newspaper, the first indication that a newspaper is a reliable source of information is its name. The New York Times and the Washington Post are 2 of the most well-known print newspapers of our time. Unfamiliar titles can be misleading in presenting themselves as unbiased and accurate. In regard to accuracy, does the newspaper have a staff of editors and fact-checkers, or is it a one-man band? The larger the paper, the better chance the facts presented are accurate. Objectivity. Does the paper present the articles in an unbiased manner? What is the purpose of the paper? Is it made for profit, or is it a newspaper with a political goal? Are both sides of a story given equal representation? If the name of the paper suggests a stance on any subject, it is most likely not an objective source. When one gets their news from the internet, one should consider the same criteria used for evaluating print sources. While there are the well-known and reputable sources of online news, like CNN.com or BBC.com, a growing phenomenon is the blog. Through blogs, anyone with internet access can post their opinions. As Marie Jones writes, the web often acts as a virtual soapbox. As a result, just about anyone can post their opinions on the World Wide Web. Not all blogs are inaccurate, though. Some of the mainstream media look to some blogs for breaking news. One such blog is the liberal site dailycoast.com. Another site known for breaking news is the conservative site drudgereport.com. Knowing who the author and publisher are is the most important part of evaluating electronic news. A blog from the campaign of Hillary Clinton will have a different take on the news than the blog of Barack Obama. Both Clinton and Obama want to win their race, and therefore their blogs will reflect the news that will help them do just that. A major culprit in the spreading of pseudo-psychology are the broadcast news companies. Oftentimes, the 24-hour news networks, like Fox News, CNN, and MSNBC, feature guests who claim to be psychic or have other abnormal abilities. Be careful though, they are not always being featured in order to progress a news story, but rather to capture and entertain an audience. Comedy Central has made news entertaining with The Daily Show with Jon Stewart, and with The Colbert Report with Stephen Colbert. With a growing emphasis on entertaining, one of the biggest challenges is evaluating whether a source is news or whether it is entertainment. Therefore, when deciding which news sources to use, whether they are print, electronic, or television news, stick to the name brand news organizations with good reputations. However, in the case you encounter a news article from an unknown source, remember that different news organizations have different goals. In understanding the reason they publish material, one can better evaluate whether the source is authentic and authoritative. And that is all from Sewanee TV. Good night and good luck.